What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout, and I'm here with Core TCG NA Regionals Top 16 breakdown, the last regionals in NA, guys. And after this, we're gonna have finals in LA in January. I'll be there, Nina's gonna be there, we will see you there. But for now, let's just go over the breakdown. But before we begin this video, huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons. They buy us coffee, they keep this insane content grind machine going, and thank you guys so much for your support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to our Patreon is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with the breakdown, or in this case general info. This was a live regionals event organized by Core TCG. Huge shout out to them. I've heard that it was an amazing event and they ran like multiple Bandai games at the same time. That's always super difficult. Huge shout out. 168 players in total. 168, that's a huge number. Massive number. That's so cool to see. Best of one pre-side 8 rounds. That's what I've heard. So best of one, preset 8 rounds, and finally, huge shout out to everyone who had participated at the event, from the judge staff, the TO players, everyone. Huge congrats, guys, huge shout out, and now let's check out the top 16. Okay, guys, here we are with the top 16. Let's be brief because the deck lists part is very long. I'm recording this after recording the deck lists. So, 168 players, live tournament. Huge congratulations to everyone, and let's see what we've got here. First place, Mehi Kabura. Mehi wins the event again. Yeah, Mehi is really dominant at the moment. Phenomenal deck. Second place, Gohan, BT21. Gohan performing very well as usual. Probably the best deck at the moment, or like one of the best, at least results wise. Third place and fourth place is Android 21, the usual suspect in NA. Just 2 Android 21s this time, so okay, that's interesting. We've been seeing less and less of them over time, but still, top 16, congratulations. Fifth place, Dane's Golden Frieza, with the spiciest thing that I've ever seen. In a Golden, like the craziest, it's not the spiciest, craziest Golden Frieza list, but it's wow, not in a million years, mate, not in a million years. Sixth place, Gohan. Seventh place, Apeku. Yeah, you see, Apeku tops outside of Latin America as well. It's a phenomenal deck. It can play on only 2 energies, which is a lot, which means a lot at the moment. So yeah, very good, very strong deck. 8th place, Vegito BT2. I've been calling this deck a rogue deck forever. I think it's not a rogue deck anymore. It's really topped its fair share of events. And this list is really spicy. It's really spicy. Yeah, when I saw it I couldn't believe. You will see my genuine reactions, because I filmed the deck list before I went to do this breakdown. It's, yeah, you'll see. Then we have 9th place, another Gohan. 10th place, Mehi Kabura, also running something super spicy in it. Yeah, like, these deck lists, guys, wow. Huge congrats to all of the players. They're so creative choices. Doesn't matter. They're creative choices in these decks, like really creative choices. 11th place, Gogeta, just a single Gogeta in the top 16. Then we have 12th place, Pan. 13th place, Gohan. 14th place, Videl. Yes, Videl is in the top 16. I think this is the second time this year that we have seen this. I remember at least one of them earlier this year. So it's either the second or the third time that Videl got into the top 16. And then finally 15th and 16th place, Pan. So congrats to all of the players. let's check out the deck lists. Here we are, guys, once again in Deck Planet, so let's check out the decks. Let's try to be brief this time. First place, Mexicabra, congrats. Okay, so what's spicy here for us? Let me see. I can already see some spice here. But first, let's go. So there are Dragon Balls, 1 copy of the old boss monster, 4 copies of the new one. This new one is, wow, it's such stupid good card. 2 copies of Darkness Judgment for defense. Running the correct SCR, Dark King Mexicabra. Definitely the correct SCR. Trust me. It's better than Evil Saiyan because you're not investing 2 energies ahead of time. So you're not committing to all in with this one. Phenomenal choice. Main boarding Mechi. Okay, so main boarding 1 copy of the Broken Seal. And here is the spice. King Vegeta, A Kingdom Lost. Okay, I think this is the first time that I'm seeing it in a Mechi list. Let's quickly just read it. Unique double strike barrier, 19k. Activate main for 2 black energy. If an opponent has 3 or more cards in their warp, you play this from hand. Okay, so you can play down super fast. Auto, when this card is played, choose up to 1 card in your opponent's hand and up to 1 of their battle cards and send it to the warp, so more hand destruction. And auto once per turn, if this card is in rest mode, when your opponent attacks a leader card, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and sends it to its warp. It's great hand destruction in a way that you can't interrupt, because you can do like your double rods and stuff because you're warping cards. Plus it demands an answer. If your opponent doesn't have a removal and he's in rest mode, plus he has barrier, he demands that your opponent either swings at him or just uses some sort of barrier removal. If they don't have it, you're forcing out a card from their hand. Amazing. Yeah, if they attack your leader, so they need to swing into this. I think it's basically a free block, let's say. Then we have the side deck here, the Z deck and the side deck. Z deck pretty standard. Side deck running 1 more Darkness Judgment, running the Bardock Fully Unleashed, really great overwhelm for getting rid of those bigger cards. And yeah, running some more Tovas Haru here just in case, Koitz and Black Smoke. Then we are moving on to second place, Green Gohan. Let's go through it. Okay, so really archetype heavy here with main deck in Koitsukai. There is a cool thing here. First, Vegeta Fainted Reading. Not the most used one, but still pretty good form of hand destruction. We have 2 coolers, 2 cells Kamehameha, 3 Koitsukais in the main, 3 King Colds. So there's a lot of defense here. You're using Rage, you're using King Cold to stop your opponent from swinging at your leader. 2 copies of the Go Bros boss monster. Not really sold on this one. Really not sold on this one. I'll talk about it later in a different video. But it has great value in Gohan. Not that I'm not sold on the card in Gohan. I'm not sold on it in general as much anymore. But in Gohan, yeah. Because it triggers once when you deal damage with your Saiyans and everything's a Saiyan. Wicked Saiyans SCR. And the big spicy Majin Buu 5 cost. You play him, you just wipe everything from the field. Amazing card. Z deck, you see there is no Emotions United as a Z extra. Instead it's Mighty Blast, so this one is always a single strike card, but it has its auto running and it has a form of marker removal. And in the side deck we see Hunt of the Demon God, King Vegeta, Piccolo. You play this Piccolo to counter Go Bros, you just destroy their field immediately. Vegeta protecting his loved ones, and then like some other pretty standard green sideboard cards. Third place, Android 21. Let's take a look at it. All right, well, there is something that hasn't been used in quite a while, and that is Steadfast Ally. So the deck's running 1 copy of Steadfast Ally. There are 2 copies of Cell Infernal Villainy, Turning the Tide in case the game goes that long. Majin Buu, yes, you run Majin Buu, but also running 2 copies of Hit. Hit is pretty cool. And also something that you don't see in all of the lists, Son Gohan, Power Reclaimed. Then, and just a single copy of Bad Omen. Okay, that's interesting. Then we have another one in the sideboard, the Z deck and the sideboard. Let's see. So it's pretty standard side for Android 21. So like putting all of the Kosus in the side and another one of these. That's interesting. That's pretty interesting. Then we have 4th place Android 21, which is basically almost the exact same deck, except this one is running 2 copies of Power Reclaimed, 3 copies of Zeno Super Combo, 3 copies of Zeno. Well, something is wrong with this list. Because, oh my god, 5 super combos! Oh my god! It's probably 2 of these and 2 of these. So, and then we also have 2 copies of Reddit's Giant Force Unison. I've seen more than a couple of Android 21s running this one instead of Hit in the main deck. Then it's... well, it is pretty standard. It's pretty similar to the previous one. Also running Oob. Fuba is here, Jiren just in case. 1 copy of All Too Easy, not a card that you usually see. And 1 Goku's Kamehameha. So yeah, that's for that. Let's go to the next one. 5th place Golden Frieza. Well, this will be quick. It's, well, actually it will... what? Ah, okay. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, so this is awesome. This is awesome. Okay. That's something new. Nice. So I was just about to say, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. But here we have the Spice Bursting Rage. And then you go into Golden Frieza from Frieza Swap. And then it's like 40k base. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's really cool. Other than that, we actually have an in archetype super combo here. I mean, like it is BT21, but it's a Frieza Army super combo. We have one of these Tagomas. Also running 3 copies of the Lineage Goku. And running a Unison package of 2 Unisons of Fury and 1 Altering the Future. Okay, really interesting build, especially that part. Wow. And then the sideboard is, well, the sideboard. Then, yeah. You really deserve to win like one of these regionals this year, man. You really absolutely deserve to win one of these regionals, man. Like, wow. 6th place, Green Gohan. Okay, let me see. It's Green Gohan, guys. Also running Bursting Rage. 3 copies of Koitsukai. 2 copies of this one, because you get 1 with Bursting Rage. And then the rest is the standard. It's like standard Green Gohan. This one opting to use Goku Fated Rival in the package as well. Then 7th place Apeku. Okay, so let me just see if I've done this correctly. Yeah, 7th place Apeku. Going through it, running 2 copies of I'm the World Champ. Not all of them are running this one anymore. Some lists have dropped it, but it's cool to see it here. Running 1 Mira. Okay. This is Explosive Spirit. Okay, sure. Then we have Vegito's Scene. You don't play Robotic Riposte in this deck. You just go with Nimbuses. Yeah, and 3 copies of Grandpa Gohan. Very cool build. 2 copies of Goku's Kamehameha because it's absolutely insane in the deck. And then we have the sideboard. Okay, let's speed this up a bit. 8th place, BT2 Vegito. Here is the list, guys. Running... What? Okay. Running the anniversary box ones. Triple Psych Barrier. If it's your opponent's turn, this guy, your blue unison with Gogeta gets like 5+5. Okay, when this card attacks to one of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of the deck. And if your leader is a blue Vegito, when this one... Yeah, okay, sure. Sure. We also have Piccolo Eradicator of Peace. So, another card that we haven't seen forever. Okay, yeah, this is definitely an interesting choice. Wow. Okay, yeah, this guy and this guy. Really interesting choices. Also 1 Mira. So, just like another huge swing. And then we have the rest. Now moving on to another Green Gohan. Skimming through it very fast, has more hand destruction in it, like really a lot. 2 standard copies of Cell, but also 3 copies of this one, and 1 copy of Tova. Absolutely love this overwhelming hand destruction decks. And then there's like this one. If your Son Gohan Adolescence or Son Goten card, both with an energy cost of 4, is attacking, play this from your hand on top of the attacking card and then draw 1. But probably in the sideboard. Okay, sure. Okay, so I'm a bit lost on this one. Because how do you get it when it's only Son Gohan Adolescence and or Son Goten? I'm probably just missing something. I'm probably just tired and stupid. So, yeah. Anyways, guys. Because this is Son Gohan Adolescence, and then you can play this one, but that's cost 6. Anyways, I'm just probably stupid and I'm missing something. Let's go. 10th place, Mehi. Okay, so this one is running actually 2 copies of the old and 3 copies. So you either run 4-1 or you run 3-2. That's the distribution. Running Great Ape Cumber? I'm sorry. I'm shocked with some of these deck choices. Not that they're bad. Not that they're bad. They're just absolutely shocking. Wow. Wow, and they really brought spice this time around. Oh my god, like, okay. Vegito volley attack, nice, absolutely, congrats. Congrats, Anthony, wow. Not in a million years. Nice. I would expect like Bursting Rage or Evil Saiyan or Meki. SCRs, never this one. Nice, really nice. Congrats, man. The Z deck and the side deck. Then we go to 11th place Gogeta. Yeah, the nice God Rare. Then let's see. So okay, this one is standard. Okay. The only deviations that we from the standard is like 1 Borgos. Borgos is pretty cool. Not all of the lists run this one, and 2 copies of Giant Ball. I haven't seen play also in a million years. We'll be seeing more play, I believe, very soon. And then we have Vegeta's Deadly Poison Iceland. So basically, we have a lot of answers in the side deck, and we also have one of these Gogetas. Then 12th place, Pan. Let's rush through it. It's Pan. So this is the newest version of Pan. The one that's running This completely fair and not remotely broken. Definitely shouldn't be giving -15 instead of -20 card. And then you have, you know, the gammas that should trigger it on your opponent's turn, though it's not an issue for you to do that. One from Light of the Grand Eagle to get out of a huge swing. And that's basically it. And the side deck. Also running 2 copies of Vegito. This thing ends games. If you get it out, it ends games. This card is so good. Then we have another Gohan. This one, okay, so this one is running, not you, you go away. 4 copies of the Metacooler Unison. We have seen this one on the PPG event. Great for putting some extra pressure on. Mainboarding, thwarting the enemy. Probably, you know, the sideboard's choice. Like, it's great when you run into Mechi and then you just take away their triple attack. Golden Cooler is not a card that you see in Gohans. Like, it's a surprise win out of nowhere, which makes a lot of sense because just look at the list. It's super defensive. You have your free cost unison here. Okay, then you have charismatic, 4 decisions made, 4 uneasing, 4 dormant. So these two, as 4 copies, are regular things. But then you have 4 charismatic, 4 dormant. You have thwarting the enemy. You have this one, though, that's also standard. So you have ways of just stalling, just defending, and getting definitely into turn 5, and then you just do the cooler. You have this one for some pressure and unison removal. You just keep swinging with this one after turn 3, and then you go into cooler. And even more defenses here. Wow, Victor, amazing build, man. Amazing build. 14th place Videl. Yes, be shocked. There is a Videl on 14th place. Honestly, I don't know much about this deck. Like, honestly, I don't know much about this, but for Videl players, there you go, guys. Really, really cool. I think this is the first time that we're seeing Videl in the top 16 this year. Maybe not the first, but it's definitely like second or third. Not more than it. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck. Now we have a 15th place pan. Another one of these relatively standard, now new pan lists. Not running Cell, but instead like running for defeating the demon and running Towa. And this is the SCR of choice plus 2 copies of light. And finally, another pan. This one actually running Cell. Running Cell, Topo, Concentrated Destruction, going with Chain Attack Borgos in this build. Bodyguard... what? Okay, another card that we haven't seen in a million years. Okay, Shlonku Boss Monster here as well. A Planet M2. Okay, this is like a very, very spicy build. This is like a very spicy. So you can do like... okay. Yeah, so you can do like a whole bunch of defense here, and you have Planet M2 to lower something. It's such a weird build. It's so creative. It's really creative. Martin, congrats. So yeah, these are the deck lists. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below what's your opinion on the NA breakdown. This is the final NA breakdown, as far as I'm aware, before the finals in January. I think that there are no more NA regional events. So yeah, guys, this is the final state of the meta before BT23 comes out, and then we're not really gonna have a BT23 meta because there's not gonna be any events. But still, it's always cool to see some very creative deck choices topping these events, and I'm really interested in hearing what you guys have to say. So let me know in the comments below. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I really love our little community. And while you're here, hit those like and subscribe buttons and help us get to 4,000 subs. And when we get there, I'm gonna give away a booster box. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.